I'm watching. Hello, six. What? Not even subscribe. Yeah, I did not consent. Not consent to the attacks of the neuromonitoring during the sleep stage. I've got audio evidence of this. This is demonic. Alright. What you may or may not long file. All the physical they put you to sleep. Technology. Might not be able to hear it because I have a loudspeaker. So you're going to mess up with the attacks of the best you can do, perpetrators. I music. This is a hacking. I'm watching it. 5 and 6. What? Oh, the demonic. So monitoring during the sleep. People know what Super Soldiers is about, and brain interface technology. Just trying to see if I can find these demonic attacks. Oh, after the brain. It's a spiritual battle. So you can't believe what the targeting program. Electronic targeting program UK. One year was hacked. The main internet's hacked. The phones are hacked. You can't even. And a lady called Holly. She's done a radio. I should go back doing that, a radio program. But when themselves on camera, good luck to them. But I'm not going to do that. Yeah. You see, comets. You see, this is a mixture. When you become awakened and enlightened to the bigger picture of substance and hidden technology, and your experiences upon, excuse me, it affects your, oh gosh, educate yourself and have a look at it. Go research, Illuminati, go back in history and really dig some facts up. The book, The Fallen Angel, seen with, there's book of the Bible, Genesis, I saw, and I tried to stream earlier. I had evidence of 4 hours streaming as I'm trying to rest, which was very difficult, still is, and they hacked into the main i4 that, and all hackable. It doesn't matter what software, what protection you have. When the CIA and 5 MI6, whatever, you're put watch list unlawfully, and they will make sure that everything is compromised in your physical existence. And then you are just aware. So many enlightened souls and different. It's brilliant to know. But what these shifting demons, they're not of the human nature. I'm not going to waste my. But they take the. And a lot of these human individuals are taking over the soul. The advancement in cloning. I mean, look at the clone the sheep. The sheep years ago. Look what technology they've got now. There's people getting information out about facial recognition and all the biometrics, all the DNA. I mean, it's so fast. The future is here. It's not like it's right now. The radiation effects of EMF, microwave, DY. So this is endless. Don't need to join a bloody web or whatever. When information and patterns and documents are, you get the home invasions on top, and that's unlawful, and they damage your property, your belongings, and they damage my bloody. And others like him for years ago have been warning the public about all this. How the hell did I get into the MK Ultra trauma based mind control program or the MyLabs military? Who the hell got into that? So apparently, there is a YouTube channel and a website called Super, and I would anyone suggest to go and read that. If you don't believe the undums around the world exist, or these demonic entities who deals non-human entities, put it that way, time ago before I was born. There's a very good documentary out there called Children of Men. Just go and watch it. You'll figure it all out. I'm not perfect, I tell you. I wouldn't do what these people are doing to us. So yeah, as you know, they've got technology now. See through your eyes. And this is how they physically assault me during my sleep. I play that when I'm awake, and it's sickening. It really is disturbing. It's not natural sleep. I think it's not when I'm tired. I think I'm. And you got perpetrators right opposite me. Pull in to the nice gang stalking, and they pay. Especially about other countries, other people worldwide. This. You see, when you look at movies, you go to Manchurian Candidate, then put it into reality, and you see why they have to make Manchurian Candidates. It's just so sick, the darkness. So, the thing is, I'm going to run this varying agendas. I'm not going to run, I'm not going to take over. Because it's dark. It's, there's sometimes when you go going through so much at once, it's like, want to monitor your brain, your response, monitor. And oh my God, it's just wow. When I'd lost the documents, patterns, why the hell would this technology be created? It's human brain, body, and what? What do you want to do with DNA? What to be careful what I say because there were great things on this channel. It's dry. But there's other platforms when I can. But it's important now, right, to focus on whatever your beliefs, practical things. I wasn't about all this, you know. Oh, I've got a camping stove through my water filter. Make sure they don't put a hole in it. The life straw and my more. And I go through my camp I've got stored. I won't know the day because I'm exhausted. You media or people going on holiday for half term. Really? What about ready for awkward living? Can you afford petrol when the petrol pumps are going to close? You know, it's like going back to the primitive years. People do before electricity. You know, people actually cooked outside. They don't. They just hit me with due energy above my head. The technology, all satellites, mobile towers, and our devices. People out there think your neighbours, individuals I know about, has got extra their flat, and I've got evidence stored. Maybe when you got evidence, that you don't things you need to document. Okay? You don't breach any GDPR data. Reason why they my physical requirements as a design. The fear these shape demons need, you know, feed off your energy because they're just. And that Michael Murray. I said, I'm nice. You want to come into my live chat? You know, and I sent him. Did he? I'm gonna see what somebody's picking up about the Prince Nebro comments and stuff. I mean, there's so going on. It's all interlinked. Holly Barlow, she's in America. She explains about the underground dams, military, black operations. So there is positive people out there who are going in to certain countries, certain places, going in, special forces, people well trained and to rescue these kids and people being trafficked for these experiments. It's really sick. And when you go back pro telly shows or films and stuff, I just think, wow, good film, but no, it's telling you what they're doing with technology. So I'm not against progress, but I'm against experimentation on human without consent. Yeah? And that goes for all types in that regard. Life short. Do you know, I saw something the other day. There are witches, warlocks, human cloning. Right, so it's kind of basis of human cloning uploaded a video. I'm going to show you that now. Research she does. Okay, in focus. Hello, Sarah. I know. Keep you in the prayers. Thank you. I'm actually really glad to that. Let me just repeat to you on my channel. They're really badly hacking me, Sarah. How are you? So I'm not against progress. Thank you. You're buffering. Let me just. I'm always being hacked. Would you like a blue spanner? Here you go. You got a gift. I've just dropped. Say hello. Spirit, take care. Continue to be strong in the Lord and Jesus. But my phone is buffering and I can't hear well. Okay. Blessings to you too, Sarah. Ah, my head is. A website in the chat which I normally would share. Against experimentation on you read the letter that he tore his. Which time? You can't hear that. I can hear everything. Stream. I mean, these are, you know, attacking you, attacking me. I've got all this. I'm a bloody. Who the hell is getting into my home? Okay, I'm not making this up. This evidence. Okay, black soldiers. Let me just. This lady's channel. Hello, I am new to this channel. Is this? No, it's a mixture. Hello, mended. Hello, and you. It's someone else's chat because nobody comes in. Why that? Damn hat. Oh, you said there, Sarah. How are you? They message your phone all the time. Yeah, it's keen. Or comment. Where do I? My teeth are being irritated at the moment. Yeah, it's better now. Yeah, Sarah, I tend to record when it's about with me during my sleep or dreams. So I can just hear when I'm consciously awake. I can hear the tracks. So right. Ugh. So let me just check the date. I'm doing it at 10 o'clock in the morning. File so long. I'm not going to focus on it. Just focus on 6:30. Okay. Right. This is all to do with which is if I could find that channel. I'll just see. Yeah. Love to be able to have my memory regression. Well, I remember. So they haven't done anything about a month. Perhaps they're on holiday. They're moving, so perhaps they're on there. The one I'd like to see is Matt Spy's interview. See if I can get that up. I saved it in the playlist. I'm not sure why. Okay. Trauma-based mind control. First of all, let's just have a look at the weather. So I've just had enough of this. This is Scotland. So I'll put demonic weather. I've got an hour and I'm really tired. Just picture of Scotland weather. It's low level clouds. Oh, Freemasonry old. The Nephilim and demons. I need. Do not worship the powerful ones. The fifth kind is really good. Mass 5G frequency mind control operation. This is a pretty good channel. And where I go into this, the mind control connection with the hidden history of Antarctica underground super soldier labs. Discretion is assured. Need to be assured in this one. This is basically a discussion about the underground super soldier labs. And there is a PDF. I'm not sure I can open the PDF. Oh, my ears are ringing off the charts. My eyes. I have had. Oh my gosh. You have the tinnitus as well. Oh my gosh. You have helicopters. I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you watch me from birth? Mess with the phone. Yes, the watch. In the name of Jesus, yes, I pray peace over you, Spirit, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, that the joy of God, joy shall be upon you, and He surround you with holy angels, and yours as well. Oh, blessings to you and prayers to you too, Sarah. Oh, blessings to you, thank you. Beyond before my eyes, open my eyes. Yes, you sound as if you're really good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me show you something. Not great. The whole flat is a disaster. My medical equipment. Do you know it's got the technology? All the perp has gone out in the moment. Put up this. She what kept me awake all night. Number 3, perpetrators. The way he's got his car there. Stuart has gone out with his Freemason buddies. The sky is demonic. Can't see for this window. The pale blue sky is Project Bluebeam. Getting ready for Project Bluebeam. So this is the new perp that's moved in. This car. Oh jeez. The whole area is demonic. The skies. Oh, so I have to keep the window closed. The radiation. They're blocking everything. Blocking everything. Like, you won't believe it. What I need my physical disabilities in England. Oh, God. Paperwork. Oh, gosh. It's trauma-based mind control, NK Ultra, as well. It's demonic entities in the souls of men and women, and I'm being radiated. My Wi-Fi is off. I'm using mobile data. I have to keep topping up my data as often as I can afford it, because this is the end of times, isn't it, Sarah? So when you get the home break-ins, it isn't pleasant. When you get that during your sleep, like Holly describes, I listened to her interview in a couple of guys in Liverpool on the speaker app, radio app, talking about experience, and a couple of things she didn't get right, but a couple of the rest of the stuff she did. And when they do the banging and slanging, banging and stuff around here, and when I'm out, it's because these entities are taking over the souls of men and women, and they're possessed. I've got a ledge jug dealer at number 9, and the back door, front door, where my bedroom, and this flat is ground floor, so it's like attached to the main doors, you know, the design of the walls. And they get away with it, so what's the point in paying rent when all this is going on? And then you've got the perpetrators that are not official tenants opposite me in the hallway, who blocked the hallway with their rubbish bags. That was deliberate. It's all psychological as well. Yeah. So I'm drinking turmeric tea and a banana. I've just got no energy. I'm trying to get warm, get some energy so I've got no bathroom to use. I've got no shower to use. Day in the life of targeted individuals. People are living out the homes. People are living out cars. People are living out vans. That's the reality of life now. There's Nappy's a gentleman in America. He is absolute homeless for years, going through all this. TV as well. I don't have a television. Oh, I do not watch television at all myself, because that's all it is. If people have it, you'll get the hacking. Oh, excuse me, I just got to rest for 5 minutes. So In England, they're trying to label me with all sorts of labels again. And when you survive the trauma in it, and when you just, oh, jeez, my head. Oh, my head is getting radiated. My hair is not my hair anymore. It's like straw. My all nice hair I had, it's like really straw. And when my friends, my carers, try to wash it, right, it's like, and I have to put loads of conditioner on it. And it's like, it's no bloody right. It's no good, is it? When you get the perpetrators that will literally go over this communal garden in front of the flat and rip off a small plastic vent off the wall. And nobody else in 48 or 47 flats around it is affected but me. I'm singled out. I only wish I could tell the real names and details of every single one that's involved. I wish I was free to do that. Because it's just so much I want to get out. But I know I cannot do that on any platform online. The way the world is now, especially over in here. You wouldn't believe half the things that's going on over here. In their policies and documentations and the control. Oh, I just wish this bloody, all those years ago, which I tried to stream for 4 hours, my backup channel. And I've already got a strike on this channel and a warning this channel, because this channel can go anytime. So that's why I've got the other channel. So I had 2 other main channels I got took down, just like that. Because I was covering the truth. I didn't breach anything. But you know what YouTube land is like. You say anything truthful and they don't want people to know. So if anyone's got Telegram app, be careful about Facebook, be careful about Twitter, be careful about Telegram, because that's all controlled. Well, it all is, but that's more so. So I do not know how Holly, bless her heart, does not ever get hacked. Not once. Or does she? I don't know. I'm not her. But I did say a couple of her streams once. I said, I do wonder how she keeps streaming, how she does, bless her heart. And I know, I don't know firsthand, but I assume a beautiful cat was radiated and died, unfortunately, because of the cells and the organs being harvested. Allegedly. I have to put alleged for my protection. And oh my goodness me, so many people's dogs and animals are being tortured. And I wish to Holly that she could research the technology being used that will look for protection as well as the spiritual protection. Because, and then I just saw a community post she put on Gap. She wants to get everybody together, get a conference together. She is not getting gaslighted, targeted in the extreme that a lot of us are. And thank goodness too. She needs to be extremely careful. So, to be a survivor of a super soldier, and in her radio show implies she got implants, then how come she's still able to communicate with people? How come she is, I'm not dissing her by the way, just putting a query. How come she, and many others, not just her, how come they're still able to have some kind of life? Still access the internet. Still be able to drive without getting people following you in the cars, or if you're walking, getting stalked. How come, does she get any home invasions, break-ins, or anything, stuff damage? How come her computer's not damaged like mine? You know, I'm getting it, like many people, I get it really bad, and I'm just one. So I did try to warn her about other subjects with technology too. Because it's not just about the super soldiers and the MK Ultra. It's much, much deeper than that, and much more sinister. And yeah, it goes back in the biblical times. It goes back in the Book of Noah, not Noah, Book of Enoch. It goes back to the giant periods in Middle East, and much, much deeper than that too. So when they found in Noah's Ark, remembrance of Noah's Ark in the area in Turkey and Russia, I think it's a border country part. I was trying to show that. Very good documentary, very good interview of an ex-Illuminati member. He didn't go in spilling the beans what they actually do, but the witches and the warlocks and the dark occultists. It's hereditary in family bloodlines. I knew it's always been the bloodlines. The tribe of Dan are not of that. But the tribe of Cain are. So we're targeted from birth. But there's no such thing as coincidences. No such thing. And it's just everything. You connect the dots and you're just like, oh my gosh. And then you still get attacked. You get physically assaulted during your sleep. I've got the audio evidence of that. You get microwaved. You get tortured. And then you get the spiritual attacks on top. And this is day and night. Then you get the practical blocks of goods and services, on top. There's one woman in America, she was absolutely a Jezebel. I 6 months ago, this guy comes on the scene online. TI News, you might want to check it out and observe yourself what goes on. But be careful, it's not pleasant. And there is a couple of people, somebody I know in Australia, she's a mod. I did warn her not to join them because there's so much conquer and divide online as well, let alone offline. And he is portrayed to be a genuine individual, the same people going on the shows. And he's very good at computers, he's still got a job. If you've still got a job, you're damn bloody lucky in this programme. I've got to be careful, don't talk for too long. Yeah, I know, but I showed you what it's like. You wouldn't believe it. I can't do it publicly. That plays in the hands. 5 years without it. 5 years. And this is what frustrates me. Right, this guy Murray in England, right, he texts me on Marble Sleep. I got about 4 hours, maybe less now. And my head is radiated, it's really bad. And that stupid idiot, flat 3 opposite me, partying all night to 4 in the morning. And they're paid to do that, the perpetrators. So I just put some spiritual affirmations on, playing throughout the night with my earpiece. Turn off all the Wi-Fi and just have my mobile data playing to help me at least get some sleep. And then I'm being attacked. I've got the audio playing on my other phone. I don't use that one. It's a smartphone, 5G. It's just so many things I know about those phones. Anyway, and I'm picking up every bloody sound so damn clearly. Oh, when I wake up, the back of my neck, my ears, my head, I can't move. I couldn't move. Bed all day. I was late getting out because I went out of food in my wheelchair. Oh, that's another story. 5 months delay to repair my wheelchair. 5 months. The bearings of my wheels. I can't walk. And because I studied law since 2012 when I speak up for myself, and I know how to do it. when my help permits. I'm just getting the attacks. I'm just getting so much on my plate. It's unbelievable. And when you survived attempted murder in your life, like I have 20 odd years back, and so much has happened constantly on top, and you try to keep going, you know, and then they start on your family. My oldest son, my adult daughter, so I don't see them, speak to them. My adult son used me for 2 years and disappeared when I got robbed. I got robbed beginning of the year, and I had no one phone call. How are you, Mum? You okay, Mum? What could I do for you, Mum? Nothing. Because these national gang stalking programs, it's so well organised. And they must have threatened my son because he's got a 5-year-old daughter. And he's got a really horrible ex, well, they're still officially married, pert wife. But she was abused herself. So she comes in the family, her family is really demonic too. Because I've still got all the evidence of everything he was sending me and what was going on. And I tried to help best I could. But it's not his fault, because you've got to do what you can for your kids. And I know what it's like. He could have tried to send me a discreet message, but all my posts are tampered with. All communication. So they have to make your life really impossible to exist, because you're seen as an enemy of the state. And I'm no bloody enemy to nobody. I've done nothing. Just being put out. The one man I've known about his history before I moved here, Stuart is called. He was a lorry driver years ago. And just because he sold his soul, 80 grand car, he's done a lot of stuff I won't be able to go into here. But he joined the Masons, right? I know a certain couple of people. He bragged in 2020 in April about who he got to know. So what? You know? And I know about the dark stuff of things I found out years ago. And a couple of people, all the key individuals who are ringleaders, political as well, are still about near me. So I'm in the heart of it. And he's been behind everything, blocking my repairs, making sure I don't get repairs. And this flat is just like, you know, what's the point of paying 120 something a week for this flat? Without the bills, I've got to pay bills on top. So what's the point? What's the point? When everyone else around here, even the perps, even those that are doing this to me, gets brand new everything, all the repairs done, and I'm getting constantly blamed, you know. 2017 should have been done 3 days. The floor boards. Because when they picked up the flooring and found the floorboards blackened and rotting away, I was shocked. The lady before me, she moved out. She's in a mobility scooter. They must have covered up something, because no way was this a wet room for disabled people. And last year when I saved up to stay in a hotel around the corner, and I had a room for disabled people in a wet room. A proper disabled adapted wet room. It's beautiful. Got pictures and everything. And come back to this torture chamber. So I negotiated for years, you know, public servants and you name it, I've done it myself and documented it all. Nope, got nowhere. So, and then they accused me of not engaging. This is what they'd use it on me again. I'm not engaging. She's this, she's that, the slander. The libel and slander and fraud. And what can you do when they are against these? These are not just ordinary people. They're possessed. They're demonically possessed. I've done everything which is lawful, and the last sort of documents was beginning of the year. And they ignored it all. All the clear UK evidence to hold these agents accountable, companies, public, private, CEOs, you name it, I've done it. Have I got a remedy? Nope. Have they blamed me? Yep. Have they set me up with a mental health card? Massively? Yep. Do they want to make me homeless? You sure they do. So any day, especially for me tomorrow, I want to kick my door in again and drag me out into a controlled environment, and they won't see me again. Oh, but you don't get any help. You don't. When you're targeted, you get blocked to any lawyers, any support services. You get blocked for everything. And the biggest thing they're doing as well, right, all my documents proves, and history proves, it's all documented, that the trauma that they do on me, the servicing of the large medical loan equipment is done every year. The smaller parts of the equipment I have is done every 6 months. It's been blocked for 2 years. That's dangerous. So record a post, the email again, but I sent it by also record a post, and it got delivered again, and they're just ignoring it all to imply that I'm the problem. Oh, my friends who care for me is the problem, because there's a certain procedure, what the world is going through still, and it's not gone away. A certain medical procedure, I can't say what and how on this platform. I'll get another strike, as I like to try and do. Oh, they want to force that onto people in my situation. Yeah. Anyway, I've gone on too long, yapping too much. That is awful. Definitely so sorry. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Right. Grace for purpose, set apart by the Spirit of God. Okay. Experiment subject being done for crossbreeding of humans and ET hybrids, as well as certain modifying humans to create super soldiers. Often, super soldiers have advanced abilities, become invisible, being able to change weather, work with water manipulation. I've got a PDF here. Fire, electricity, have... Oh gosh. Let me just have a look at this. The regeneration tanks have various types of coloured liquid goos that would mix the ET and animal and I can't say certain words. Wow. Antarctica underground labs. Holographic computers streaming data projections on different programs. Facilities. While their minds being programmed with uploads and downloads of their future missions and primitives, with their personalities will be like in terms of who they are as beings. One or two Antarctica underground super soldiers laboratories have grey walls that were reinforced by steel so that hybrid super soldiers could not escape from the facility. The regeneration tanks are being utilised in various Black Ops underground medical facilities, labs in Area 51, Antarctica, Mars and on other planets with fully bodied regeneration soldiers is required. A bit like Avatar, the movie. They are reptilian and there's other two races, like super soldiers hybrids, being created in the Arctic underground laboratories. Oh my gosh. The regeneration tanks, despite the ET as well as the animal, something I can't quote here, with the human genetics in order to create the hybrid super soldiers. These were both male and female hybrid super soldiers and were being made in the labs. These super soldiers had large bodies, wings, claws, advanced strength and something else. I pray that you know that regardless of all this, God has you in his palm of his hand. He is your strong tower and refuge of strength. I pray. Oh my gosh, thank you. Let's get Psalm 21 on. I just know that. Thank you. They make it difficult for me to remember this when I'm going through the triggers. I'll play that in the background. Sarah, thank you. That's going to help me focus. I just know that. Thank you. Yes, definitely. I had my previous moderator mention that. Blessings. I'm not going to read that bloody blog. Blessings, Sarah, thank you. Psalms, I should say. I keep pronouncing it wrong. Right, let's find that. Psalms. Prayer protection. For divine protection, you got a prayer 91 protection. Grace for God. There shall no evil fall before thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. That's a good one. I have to be careful what I play. Prayer to block the attack of the enemy. Psalms 4, Psalms 91, Psalms 121, and Psalms 2:7, palms for safety and protection. Prayers to bind every evil spirit in your life. Yes, this is, you've also got Psalm 34, Psalm 61, Psalm 7 and 31. Prayer for protection and Bible verses.
Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust.
Hold on, why does it go like that? Oh, this is one I like, the King James Bible version.
Look at this handsome genie. Maybe if I compliment.
Yeah, I can't play that, but yes, thank you. I did have a download, and I'm not going to spend much time reading it. I can't find it now. You put a link. I have a video link to send you. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just going to the channel. Just bear with me. Okay. I've got to go into my channel. I can't do it on this phone because the app I'm using to stream, it doesn't let me do that. Right, here I go. Here I go, thank you. Last days. I've got to be careful about the music. The original video made by... Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I can't play it. I shall have to play it offline. Wow. Well done. Biblical prophecy about today's secret prosecution target individuals. Oh, well done, Sarah. Well done, Sarah. Thank you. Target individuals. Wow. Wow, that's really is helpful. Countdown of... Wow, a target individual. And surveillance, yeah.
And surgeons wearing surgical masks standing over me, and I woke up thinking that I was drugged and abducted. I remember the perpetrators were wearing frightening masks, and at one point lying on a stainless steel table with a bright light shining on me, and surgeons wearing surgical masks.
First of all, I'm just going to read this. David Jonathan Allen, target individual in Canada. Millions others are suffering these targeted programs. Many have died on these trauma-based, mind-controlled, the gang stalking programs, and many are dying. We are gang stalked in our homes. We are being turned into black sites. Yeah, dark web, thought so. We are victimised of non-consensual experimentation, P2K, remote neural monitoring. This is the dream manipulation they did to me during the night. Sympathetic telepathy. This is what I get really bad as well. ELF waves, testing abuses. We are stalked electronically, yeah. Harassed and poisoned and gassed, yes. And are victimised, yep. The hate is really real. Crimes every day. In my particular cases, all my neighbours involved, yeah, my neighbours around here too, are involved and in this targeting program. Many are profiting, and this is the sick part also, many are profiting off my suffering. Targets like myself are subjected to constant bombardment of hatred, influence, slander and sabotage. This is what's going on with me. Please remember my name. They paid a neighbour to microwave me after 9 months of heavy abuse. I am very ill. Please end these programs, and I do not want to die in vain. Bloody hell.
Standing over me, and I woke up thinking that it was the next morning, but to my horror, I discovered that it was actually 8 days later, and I noticed that my body was riddled with dozens of tiny, corresponding and symmetrical covert cosmetic surgery incision scars. I couldn't understand what had happened to me, and I consulted with several private investigators and a former CIA agent that informed me that it sounded like I'd become what is known as a targeted individual, and that I'd possibly been implanted with advanced nanotechnology biomedical devices. So I was very anxious to have whatever was put in me taken out and prove my case. And it's not easy to get medical evidence. You can't just go to a doctor and ask for something to be removed. It needs to be approved. It needs to be okayed by a doctor. Sadly, you can't just demand the evidence that you need. So, at least in this country. So I traveled around the world collecting medical evidence in the form of MRIs, ultrasounds, x-rays, all with verified and validated real doctors' reports, all clearly showing foreign objects directly beneath these covert surgical incision scars. And the private investigators and the former CIA agent all told me that I was likely part of a massive field test of an illegal clinical trial of human experimentation using classified technologies. And people wonder what part do targeted individuals have in this program that I've written about in 2 of my books. It's really, to describe what it is, it's really the most advanced weapon system ever created by mankind. It's a weapon in every sense of the word, and it involves every aspect of science, neuroscience, medicine, psychology, physics, mathematics, as well as all war tactics, techniques, and methods. It's basically the sum of all human knowledge. This program that I'm a part of is widely recognized as an unacknowledged special access program believed to be part of the military-industrial complex, which is composed of the military, black ops, the military, the Department of Defense, the NSA, the Department of Justice, and the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, also known as DARPA.
Spirit, yeah.
And a human experimentation program that
I'm
causes
so sorry to hear
extreme
that.
physical terror as well as physical torture
Sarah.
for the victims, in this case me. And this kind of illegal human experimentation is considered a war crime and
Yes,
is the
it
highest
is.
ranking type of capital crime of its kind, punishable if convicted by the death penalty. And also in my research, a very interesting, and people may be shocked with these numbers, but it has been estimated. And when I say my information, all of my information from my books and all of my interviews my information is based on information that I've gathered from private investigators, a former CIA agent, and corresponding with and interviewing thousands of targeted individuals from around the world.
Yeah, I couldn't
And
afford his
my own
books.
personal research and experience.
Yeah.
It's been estimated in that
I didn't know
research
about this, man.
that as many as
Thanks
a
to you, I
third
found the link.
to as much as 50% of Americans have already been implanted with non-therapeutic, non-consensual RFID biomedical implant technology without their knowledge, permission,
That's
or
right.
consent. And really what it is technology is way ahead of the law.
Yeah, and this is where I come back to the point. I can't play it too much on that phone because the mobile data just eats up on it. So this is a channel which had that scripture link. Don't my camera's in focus. So I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to put in the background playing some spiritual scriptures. This is frequency deceptor. Just wondered how long this individual is, if he's still around. Let's have a look. 3 years ago, I hope he is. Closing prayer and dedication of victory. Welcome to International TI Day. That's 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago, that really. And, yeah, the CIA engineer, Dr. Robert Duncan, to end your weapon, has been interviewed. The interview had a red hat on. You had quite a few other links I'm aware of. All these years on, you've got so many people putting their testimonies out there. 5G is targeting you, that's 3 years ago. I'm just looking through. Oh yeah, that TV show, Ghosts and Machines. I saw these uploads, TV shows uploads, is all hinting what they're doing with the technology. The Jewett story behind the grey, yeah. People get the virtue code, don't they? When perps, oh, that's an interesting one. Another day in paradise, oh gosh. Glad to hear the spirit. Okay, you've got to go to the store, no worries. I ran out of a store in fear when I saw people wearing them. Their so-called friend was mocking me when I was hysterically crying. That's not a friend. Sympathetic. That is definitely not a friend when they do that. You know, there's no excuse for that. Meant to be a trusted friend. And when you got a phobia of mask wearing, and I don't know how it works in America, where you are, what state you're in, but if you're medically exempt, like in England, and I come in that category, then they had a little, shouldn't have no cards, but in England, Equality Act statute, 2010, section 2122, means that nobody has a lawful right to ask you why you're not wearing a mask. you know, in that side. And so, therefore, if people are not exempt, and I can't quote in regards to specifics on this format, but on Telegram, there's an app, and on there are different groups, and they have voice chats, and on certain subjects like that, and certain documents and links are helpful to learn about. And I'm sure a lot of people are TIs in there, right? But they don't know it. They all different walks of life, different parts of the world. But I'm sure communication's unmonitored anyway. So, yeah, it's not helpful. I'm sorry to hear about that. Glad to hear that, Spirit. Very glad to. What I was reading just now. You got another link, okay. Let me just have a look at that. One thing I need to learn is how to add links in a chat. Let me just go back. I will get there in the end. Noise campaign. That was a police noise campaign going past my flat. That's not good. New York State. Yeah, not surprised. New York. A time difference is different as well. As I look at that channel.
Jeremiah.
Prayers to scriptures, yeah, holy scriptures, Bible verses for sleep. This is what I do too. I put these on at night and in day when I get the attacks. Oh my goodness, this is a very demonic, shape-shifting demon. She is. I'm only sharing this because she is.
No man has ever stood up for me. No. So I guess they're not men at all. Especially the ones who are obsessed with me and fantasized about me and, you know. So, I guess I haven't seen the stream because I was with Jesse. Having a bit of a nervous breakdown over the fact that he actually showed up. That he actually fucking showed up. That was like, whoa. I guess he really does mean it. Boy, I love passive aggressive little mama's boys. Yeah, that's sexy as fuck. Yeah. Passive aggressive little mama's boys. Too many of those in the world. I have to run to the store and pick up bread and cheese. And cheeseburger. Really want a McDonald's cheeseburger. My nerves were so shot from this upcoming meeting that I couldn't eat this morning. I tried to eat and I actually threw up, which I haven't thrown up in a while. I haven't thrown up in quite some time, so the fact that I ate breakfast this morning and immediately came back up, well, yeah, I was going to tell you about my state of my nerves. I told Will, I'm like, dude, you know what I'm most scared of? Actually falling for you, like for real fall for you. I'm scared I'm going to really fall for you, and, you know, being in love makes me vulnerable. Giving a fuck makes me vulnerable. So I tend to not give any fucks. Because I don't like being vulnerable. Yeah, I don't like being vulnerable. I don't like myself up.
Okay, I'm not going to actually play it, but I was just observing. I'm not going to be distracted by how. Okay. Peaceful Scriptures plays soft music with this woman. She sounds familiar, not why. Well, this one here I was playing in the background, just observing. What was it? I don't promote her because she's not a real GI at all. She's not going through it. There's a lot of deception and she's got the demon spirit in her. She did a live stream. Just got to watch the battery on my phone. She did a live stream the other day and she got so drunk. She's been years. I could see right through it. When women have been in abusive relationships and they've gone through women's shelters, in America you call it women's shelters. But over the years, I mean, it's no difference. It doesn't matter what time of year it is, what year. When you go through bad times, and she claims to have family, and unfortunately, how she got drunk, how she got used by that guy, she didn't even know him. And somebody passed his number on to her in a women's shelter in America. And apparently she rang him up and she went there alone. You would meet somebody in the open in a restaurant or coffee shop or something, and you go and check out the references of an individual before you go to their house and look at a cleaning job or a housekeeping job. But she had claimed she just went up there, and then how conveniently that her car insurance ran out. I mean, this is all in her own words. And but she come on the scene when this entity, it's not a real individual man, it's an entity, and he sprung out 6 months ago online, TI News, and he lives in California. And when you're really going for it, you struggle to have a family, you struggle to keep a job. And yet he's still got his job, he's very good at computers, and he found her online and he's been pushing the channel and getting people to go there. So he phones her up, don't know how he got her phone number. But when you look at her, no disrespect, it could be a male, female, but the features in that entity's body looks more like could be a transition from a male to female, politely put it that way. So I'm just saying it could be a female, but it's not my business, it's theirs. But anyway, she keeps portraying so much false information, and then when that male she claims to get a housekeeping job with, he claimed to be an ex-law enforcement, retired, and she found his card or something, and that he was doing in that state where they live, Arizona. She claimed it's legal to smoke cannabis and stuff like that. Each to their own, but then they were getting drunk as anything, very high, on the herb, I'll call it, and she just literally was streaming it live on YouTube. What kind of woman would take your top off for the world to see your upper part of the body, even though you have underwear on, and be in such a controlled state? It was demonic. I was on that stream trying to warn her how she was coming across as a woman's point of view, and for her own sake, for her soul, and instead of like, she didn't want to know, all those people in that chat was just encouraging her to do more. What kind of world are we living in for that to take place on YouTube, Google Inc., that owns this corporation, this platform? And yet they go and take my channels down. That I do nothing like that. I just speak the truth about law and the subjects I know to help others. They don't want the truth getting out. They want more of that getting out because it's of the demonic, it's all Luciferian. So this guy, I don't even know it's his real name. Goodwill apparently travelled all the way up from California to Arizona. No idea how long that would take in a car. And then she's just popped on streaming. Not going to listen to it because I'm going to focus on spirituality, my point of view today. And this is all distractions. And yesterday her stream was, you could tell she was in the world, within the world, not focusing on her spiritual soul. Any spare thing I get, any spare change I get, I'll save, I'll make do with what I get, or what I have. And because the massive Great Recession is upon us, and the hike of inflations too. And my late mum taught me that when I was growing up, to make do. Anyway, this woman, this individual, she was streaming and like, oh wow, I've got all this stuff. Basically, the guy that she claims to be a housekeeper with had, given her something, so it's alleged, because there's no real evidence unless you see it yourself. And it's just her word. And then she's just splashing out and treating herself, each to their own. But unfortunately, she's no indication. She does, the biggest flag was the tarot cards. I used to be in that years ago, just observing. And tarot card reading is demonic, in my opinion. It's not off the... when you look into what's linked to tarot card reading and you go down that rabbit hole and you start finding things out, you find out it's just not, there's so many people doing it and on the channels and then I just trust myself and my creator, and I have to keep reminding myself of that, but I would never go down with what other people like her do, let alone put yourself on camera like that. So, and doing certain things. So she's driving along, and allegedly, it's like you got an old lonely guy who's got a bit of land, he's got a trailer, so she's staying in the trailer, occasionally in his house, and you don't see the in-between stuff, so, you just have to read between the lines on it all, and eventually you catch him out by the misinformation and things they say or don't say, more like they don't say but their actions. And it's sad really, because when they come on the attack with their comments, and you be careful, because when your internet and your phones are hacked, AI can portray to be anyone. You might know somebody called whatever, and it really could be AI responding to your comments or whatever. So you just got to be careful with technology and your DI as well. But anyway, I just sensed it in my gut feeling that she's a targeted individual. She doesn't know it. She's the trauma in her life, it is affecting her. You turn into drinks to solve a problem. It's not going to solve anything. It's just going to make you feel crap. And it might be temporary release. And then you think you're going to link up with a male that's going to solve all your problems. Well, it might just create more. And unless you really build up the true friendship first and is an honest, decent individual. So, yeah, so I just thought I'll observe that quickly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this is where I was completely shocked that I know there's dark web out there where it's a lot of stuff goes on, and in reality I know a lot of stuff goes on the demonic side, and I'm not an angel, but you would never get me if I was. She was not even young, and I don't know, male, female, whatever sexuality, and now the world is upside bloody down in it. So you see, when you've experienced different things in life and you've been there, done it, got the t-shirt kind of thing, before I got one over and ended up in this wheelchair and getting really poorly, I've been there. I've been in her shoes. I mix with people like she's mixing with. I mix with wealthy people. And yeah, when you're in sort of like 32 years of age, for that age bracket, and excuse me, and you come out of an organised religion and you just want to live life and you just do. I'm no angel, but I'd never done the drinks or drugs or anything like that. Just the way I was up raised. But each to their own, innit? It's their souls. You see, it took me the death of my mum to realise importance of the soul. But the thing is, you see, I was raised in... I rejected a lot of things I was raised into, but it took for my situation to change. Medically, physically, and change completely. And my late mum helped me do that. It was hard to change from being healthy one day, the next minute completely lost your physical health kind of thing. You have to adapt. It is a test on the mind, a test on the soul, and the practicality. So this is why I studied law, and began studying what I know, and then research. I used to be in the media, radio, TV, studied law, you name it, I've done it. But when I uncovered so dark stuff, put it that way, first-hand knowledge, seeing things, knowing who's behind it. Yeah, waking up one day and you're a target individual. What's that about? So a quick learner since 2018. The setup 2017 was major. It hasn't stopped. It's a lot of stuff's gone on before that. But I've lost contact with my adult son and daughter, my grandchildren, 4 of them. Don't speak to them, don't see them. So this is what part of it they call isolation. But I have my late mum's, I think you'd call it strong-willed. It is very hard, because when you know the technology can create emotions as well, and mess about with them. And this is why I've got to just put these scriptures on in the background. I think it's appropriate. You see, what I like to see is the facts getting out. You've got, there's a guy called Joseph, by the numbers, he breaks down about events, or what's going on in the world. And he's also adds scripture quotation to it today. Yeah, this individual does the strings and makes it private. I've got to put this scripture on. Oh, one good thing is no music copyrights. Is this one? Oh, it's a shame I made it private. Okay. It's Christ's Forgiveness, New York City. Do you know it? Let me just show, if you don't know the channel. I find it really, really interesting to watch her streams. And it's really on a Sunday when they have their meetings. It's really good to listen in the background and play. I just want to see if they've got any other live churches going on. Live online of their churches. No, they have different channels for different ones, I think. Oh, here's one. Boston.
Why people do these things?
So this is what I like to play in the background to give me motivation as well. If that helps anyone else, I'll share it. If you can see that, my camera get focused. Christ Forgiveness YouTube channel you might want to have a look at. There you go. My grandmum and great grandmum were into, okay, I can't pronounce the word, sorry. Divination. It's the Python spirit of Snape. Yes, yes, you're very well informed, Sarah. Very, very well informed. So I'm just going to add a comment and I'm going to close the stream down, okay? I've just got to focus and get him freshed up. Very, very well informed. So I'm just going to add a comment and I'm going to close the stream down, okay? Yeah, that, as I said, who that individual's voice could be, so I just thought I'd show you that. Yeah, garbage. I like the way you use your pictures on the chat, is very good. Blessings. Yeah, snakes. So blessings to you, Sarah. It's all about trying to survive this, isn't it? I've got to try and keep going. I can't even spell. They messed about my spelling. Blessings to you and thank you for coming in. Okay. Alright, that's signing out for now. I'll just add that. So, blessings to you. Take care.